wanted to bring you another video of tonight's NBA game on ESPN for the last doubleheader Friday night game of the Los Angeles Lakers and the San Antonio Spurs. So it was actually a pretty good game, considering two different teams going in different directions. The Lakers are in kind of like a rebuilding mode, and you got the San Antonio Spurs top in the playoffs if playoffs start today. And it was kind of funny, the day after, Kobe Bryant pretty much challenged Nick Young and his teammates, and because it was his first full practice back, and I guess it showed some results that it was pretty good to see, because some of that trash talking that Kobe did in practice probably paid off based on the results today. They were not soft like Charmin, and let's see how far they will go. But there was a couple of video topics we could have talked about. Magic Johnson saying, well, we should try to lose every game because you don't want to be in the middle of the pack. So you either want to be really good or really bad, and the Lakers might be in those situations that they could be stuck in the middle. Here's the problem though, and I did a video on this, if they should consider tanking, or are they tanking on purpose. So the thing is, if they don't finish in the top 5, they're going to lose their draft pick to the Phoenix Suns from the Steve Nash draft. And if they keep playing like this tonight, I don't think they'll be in the playoffs, but they'll be competing for that 8th spot, and that's where I slotted that they could possibly be. And the funny thing is, I mean, if you have Kobe Bryant, you're going to be competing most nights, and it's kind of funny. And down the stretch in overtime, he had 3 plays straight where he kind of created for the rest of his teammates. So that was very interesting in that sense. He's still, I believe, 8 points last time they showed the chart away from breaking Michael Jordan's scoring record. So that was one reason why we wanted to tune in and see how that turned out. And it actually, because at first we thought it's going to be, oh, blowout, Spurs going to beat them, they got a full roster, and you got the Lakers. That's kind of a little disconcerting. If they're going, if the Spurs are going to try to repeat, they gotta play better than this. You don't want to take a night off like this. You gotta win games that you know you should be winning, especially when you're in the Western Conference. This is really an eye opener for the Spurs in that sense. Another thing that I took away was that lady that every time you watch Spurs games, or most games, for some reason you always hear that lady that goes, defense, 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 and it's just something with their audio at Spurs games or something, or maybe she's just sitting right behind the cameraman or the Jeff Van Gundy or the commentary guys, but you could hear her from a mile away. She's pretty loud, but that's just really interesting. To every time we've seen Spurs games at San Antonio, it's like that's one Spur fan, you could hear her every time. So I'm pretty sure commentary people, I don't know if they're sitting, she's sitting behind, but could probably hear her and probably having a little chuckle or something. But I thought it was a good game, especially it was kind of telling. You got 2 future Hall of Famers at the last possession where Ginobili missed that shot, scrambled for that loose rebound. You had Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan going for that loose ball, and they ran out of time for the San Antonio Spurs. But it was a great sign of respect when you got 2 guys competing, Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant, going for that loose ball, and Kobe Bryant obviously picked them up, and that was the end of the game. Shook hands and everything, gave a little hug. So there's some respect, obviously, those 2 Hall of Famers. And if you saw the halftime show of the Bulls and Portland Trailblazers, Jalen Rose actually had Kobe Bryant as number 8, and then he had Tim Duncan as number 6. So that was kind of interesting. I would kind of put Duncan ahead if you had to go based on championships, based on that. So, and also he's probably, I would say, top 1 or 2. I can't think top of my head, but he definitely is one of the top 2 for power forwards. But he has played center, but I don't think he is the top 2 as a center for me in that sense. But I could probably do another countdown based on that later or another time if there's a topic that we could discuss. But other than that, yeah, it was a great game. Went to overtime. That last shot of regulation, you would have thought Kobe Bryant would have hit that. That's the shot that he normally makes. Nick Young, that was a big shot in that was pretty much a game winner for the Lakers to put them up by 2 points. But the interesting thing is, it looked like it could have been called as a foul from Manu Ginobili because the shooter needs to be able to clear to land, and it looked like Ginobili closed out too close where he could have twisted his ankle in that sense. So other than that, officiating was kind of suspicious right there also. And then there was also the end of regulation where they gave them 1.2 seconds. Looking at the clock, it looked like either 1 second or 0.9 seconds when you look at replay, because Ginobili went turn around and called a timeout directly. So but I guess that's how they saw it. And other than that, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe to help support this channel. Thanks.